Loops in Python. Tech Talk. In this chapter, we will learn about concept of loops, for loop, while loop, infinite loop, using else in loops. Concept of loops. In programming, a loop is a structure that allows a set of instructions to run again and again without rewriting the same code each time. This helps reduce repetition, makes programs shorter, and allows tasks to be completed more efficiently. A useful real-life example is watering plants in a garden. If you have 10 plants, you do not water just one and stop. You repeat the same action for every plant until all of them are watered. You follow one simple step again and again. In the same way, Python uses loops to repeat instructions for a fixed number of times or until a condition becomes false. Loops are an essential part of programming because they help the computer handle repeated tasks quickly and accurately. This is helpful while printing numbers, checking several conditions, or processing items in a list. Python mainly provides two types of loops: the for loop, which runs a block of code a specific number of times, and the while loop, which continues to run as long as a given condition remains true. For loop. The for loop is used when we are sure about how many times a loop body will be executed. It is also known as a definite loop. In Python, the working of for loop is based on various operators and functions. Syntax: for variable, in sequence, loop body, statements to be executed, or for variable, in range, initial value, comma, final value, comma, step value, colon, loop body, statements to be executed. Before proceeding further, let us understand the concept of membership operators. Membership operators. Membership operators play an important role in controlling the working of a loop. There are two membership operators, that is in and not in. Out of these, the in operator plays a significant role in the working of loops. Let us understand the working of the in membership operator. The in operator. The in operator is used to check whether or not a given value exists in the sequence. It evaluates to true if it finds a value in the specified sequence, else it returns to false. Syntax: value in sequence. For example, if you want to check if number 9 is present in a given sequence of numbers 3, 6, 9, 12, execute the following code. Program 1. Write a Python program to demonstrate the use of the in operator. For example, output. In the above example, the program checks whether number 12 exists in the given list or not. If yes, the in operator will return the value true. Otherwise, it will return a false value. Now, let us use the in operator to print the given sequence. Program 2. Write a Python program to print the series 19, 38, 57, 76. The following steps are involved in the execution of the in operator. Step 1. The in operator will first check if the value is present in the sequence. If yes, then the in operator will return the value true. If the value returned by the in operator is true, then the loop control variable I will be assigned a value from the sequence. Step 2. The print statement will print the value assigned to the variable I. The range function. The range function used with the for loop in Python is helpful in generating a sequence of numbers in the form of a list. The general syntax of using the range function is given below. Range n generates a set of whole numbers starting from 0 to n-1. Example, range 6 is equivalent to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Range start, stop generates a set of whole numbers starting from start to stop -1. Example, range 4, 9 is equivalent to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Range start, stop, step. By default, the value of the step is equals to 1 and numbers are generated with the difference of 1. However, we can generate numbers by specifying the value of step according to our requirement. Example, range 1, 14, 2 is equivalent to 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. The use of the range function can be understood by the following example. Program 3. Write a Python program to check whether a given number is present in the range or not. Example, output. In the above code, the initial value of the variable I is 200 and final value is 299. 300 minus 1 is equals to 299. Each time the loop executes, the value of I is incremented by 1. So, the final sequence will be 200, 201, 202, 241 up to 299. Now, the variable I, in this case 241, will be checked within this range. As the value 241 is present in the given range, the output of the program will be true. Using range function in for loop. We can use the range function in for loop to iterate through a sequence of numbers. Look at the following example where only in operator is used with the for loop. Program 4. Write a program to print the values using the in operator with the for loop. Example, output. Working. Step 1. The for loop executes. The initial value 40 is assigned to the variable I. Step 2. The value of I, that is 40, is printed. Step 3. The next value, which is 50, is assigned to the variable I and the same is printed. Now, let us see how the range function works with the for loop. Program 5. Write a program to print the numbers given in the range. Example, output. When we use the range function, it creates a sequence of all the values between the initial value and final value minus 1. In this case, a sequence of values between 40 and 49, 50 minus 1 equals to 49, is created and all the values from 40 to 49 are printed. Working. Step 1. The for loop executes and the range function creates a sequence of values between 40 and 49. The initial value, that is 40, is assigned to the variable I. Step 2. The value of the variable I, that is 40, is printed. Step 3. By default, the counter variable is incremented by 1 and the number gets printed. Step 4. Step 3 continues till the last value in the sequence, that is 49, is assigned to the variable I and its value is printed. Now, if we change the step value or increment the step value in the range function by 4, see what happens. Program 6. Write a program to print the numbers in a series from 40 to 50 with the step value 4. Example, output. When we increment the step by 4, we will get the sequence 40, 44, 48. Working. Step 1. The for loop executes and the range function creates a sequence of values between 40 and 49. The initial value, that is 40, is assigned to the variable I. Step 2. The value 40 is printed. Step 3. The counter variable is incremented by 4 and the next value is assigned to I. This value, that is 44, is printed. Step 4. Step 3 continues till the last value in the sequence, that is 48, is assigned to the variable I and gets printed. Program 7. Write a program to print the multiplication table of a number. Example, output. Working. Step 1. The program asks the user to enter a number, let us say 18. Step 2. Assign the value 1 to variable I. Step 3. Specify the range in for loop, that is 1 to 10. 11 minus 1 equals to 10. Step 4. The first or next line of the table will be calculated as 18 multiplied by 1 equals to 18. Step 5. By default, each time the loop executes, the value of the variable I is incremented by 1. Step 6. Steps 4 and 5 are repeated till the last value of the counter variable is encountered. Step 7. The multiplication table is printed. While loop. The while loop can be applied to a program where the number of iterations is not known beforehand. The while loop keeps on executing the block of statements as long as the specified test condition evaluates to true. The while loop has 4 main components. Initialization. It is used to assign an initial value to the loop control variable. Condition or test expression. This statement checks whether the loop body will be further executed or not. The loop keeps on executing until the condition or the test expression is true. Loop body. It contains a set of statements that is required to iterate or repeat. Step value. This statement keeps updating the loop control variable so that a final value is achieved and the loop terminates. Syntax. Initialization, while, condition, loop body, updation. Let us understand the working of the while loop with the help of the following examples. Program 8. Write a program to print the first 15 natural numbers. Example. Output. Working. Step 1. Initialize the variable I to 1. Step 2. Check the condition whether I is less than or equals to 15. Step 3. If I is less than or equals to 15, print the value of I. Step 4. Increment the value of I by 1. That is, I equals to I plus 1. Step 5. This process will continue till the value of I is less than or equal to 15. The loop will terminate once the value of I becomes greater than 15. Program 9. Write a program to print the square of the numbers between 7 and 16. Example. Output. Working. Step 1. The variable I is assigned an initial value 7. Step 2. The condition I less than 16 is checked. Step 3. If the condition evaluates to true, then the statement print I multiply by I is executed. Step 4. Each time the loop executes, the value of I is incremented by 1. Step 5. The control shifts back to the while loop. The while condition is checked again. If the condition is true, then steps 3 and 4 are repeated, and if the condition is false, then the while loop terminates. Program 10. Write a program to print the multiples of 8 and their sum in the range of 60 to 100. Example. Output. Working. Step 1. The variable I is assigned an initial value 60. Step 2. The variable S is assigned an initial value 0. It will store the sum of all the multiples of 8. Step 3. The condition I less than or equals to 100 is checked. Step 4. If the condition evaluates to true, then the if statement checks whether the variable is a multiple of 8 or not. Step 5. If this condition is true, then the counter variable is printed and is added to the previous value of the variable S. Step 6. Each time the loop executes, the value of I is incremented by 1. Step 7. The control shifts back to the while loop. The while condition is checked again. If the condition is true, then steps 4, 5 and 6 are repeated, and if the condition is false, then the while loop terminates. Step 8. The final value of S is printed. Program 11. Write a program to display no output when the test condition is false. Example. Output. In this example, as the initial value of I is greater than 15, the condition will return false, and hence the loop body will not be executed even once. Hence, we do not get any output. Infinite loop. An infinite loop or endless loop is a sequence of instructions in a computer program which loops endlessly. It happens either due to the loop having no terminating condition or the condition that can never be met. Let us consider the following example. Program 12. Write a program to display an endless loop. Example. Output. In the given example, as per the condition, the loop will continue until the value of I is greater than or equal to 15. In the step value part, we are incrementing the value of I by 1 at every step, and hence the loop variable I will always be greater than 1. This means that at no time will the loop variable be less than 1, and hence the loop body will execute infinitely. To come out of the infinite loop, we have to terminate the interactive mode or program executing by closing the interactive mode window. Using else in loops. The for loop or while loop can have an optional else block as well. The else part is executed if the loop terminates normally. That is, if all the values in the sequence get used in a standard way without the loop being forcefully terminated. Both the loops, that is, for and while loop, can use the else part. However, it is not mandatory to have an else block with the loop block. It is just a secure way to check that the loop has terminated normally. Program 13. Write a program to print the sum of all the even and odd numbers within a range. Example, output. Program 14. Write a program to print the series 25, 36, 49 up to 144. Example, output.